Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to build the absolute foundation for generating powerful insights by mastering how to upload your sources to NotebookLM. Because getting this right, it's the most important step in the entire process.
So let's kick things off with the golden rule. You've got to think of NotebookLM as this brilliant but totally empty brain. It only knows what you tell it. The analysis it provides, the summaries it creates, all of it is based exclusively on the materials you provide. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out? It's never been more true than right here.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll start with the why, the blueprint for quality, then we'll walk step by step through creating your first notebook, explore the 6 different ways to add your materials, and then wrap it all up with some essential pro tips and troubleshooting. Sound good?
Okay, let's put on our hard hats for a second. Think of yourself as a builder. Your notebook, that's the project you're constructing. And your sources, well, those are your raw materials, the steel, the concrete, the glass. You wouldn't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, right? Same idea here.
And this is the key thing you've got to get. NotebookLM does not search the internet for answers. It synthesizes information only from the documents you give it. That makes your selection of sources the single most critical step in your entire workflow. So enough with the theory. Let's get practical and start building our first notebook.
All right, now for the fun part. Let's move from the why to the how and get our hands dirty by creating the digital workspace where all of your analysis is going to happen. Okay, so creating a notebook couldn't be easier. Just head to the site and click New Notebook. But hey, don't just blow past step 3. Naming your notebook strategically is crucial for staying organized. Trust me, AP Biology exam prep is going to be much easier to find later than Untitled Notebook 17.
This right here, this is your command center. You've got your sources over on the left, your conversation with the AI in the middle, and helpful summaries on the right. But for today, we are laser-focused on that left panel, the Source Manager.
Okay, this is where it really gets good. You have a really versatile toolkit for adding information. Let's break down the 6 main ways you can bring your materials into your project, because each one has its own strengths. So, the most direct method is just uploading files right from your computer. Think of an analyst, Sarah, who has her company's annual report saved as a PDF. She can upload it in seconds and start asking questions. Just be aware of the limitations. If you have a scanned document that's just an image of text, NotebookLM won't be able to read it.
This is a common situation, right? You're working on a team project and the main document is constantly being updated. Do you have to re-upload it every single time? Well, no. And that brings us to a really powerful integrated feature.
When you link a Google Doc, a sync button appears. Let's say a project manager, Marcus, links his team's weekly status report. When his team updates the doc on Friday, all he has to do is go into NotebookLM, click that synced button, and instantly all the new information is pulled right in. No re-uploading required.
You can also pull information directly from the internet. Now, what's really interesting here is the distinction. For a standard web page, pasting the URL pulls in all the written text. But for a YouTube video, it doesn't analyze the visuals. It intelligently extracts the video's transcript or captions and turns that into a text-based source.
Okay, this next feature is a total game changer. Have a recording of a lecture or a project meeting? You can upload the audio file directly. NotebookLM uses a speech-to-text engine to automatically transcribe the entire thing, turning your spoken words into a fully searchable, analyzable document. How cool is that? And finally, for everything else, you've got trusty old copy and paste. This is your catch-all tool. It's perfect for grabbing an important paragraph from an email, typing up notes from a physical book, or consolidating all your scattered thoughts into a single cohesive source.
Okay, so your materials are now on the construction site. A good builder doesn't just dump everything in a pile, right? You need to organize your materials and understand the rules of the workspace to be efficient.
Now, before you go on an uploading spree, it's important to know your limits. The free plan allows up to 50 sources per notebook. That might not sound like a lot, but honestly, it's more than enough for most focused projects. Whether you're working on a research paper or a market analysis,
That source panel on the left, that's your command center. You can click on any source to see an auto-generated summary, but the real power comes from these little checkboxes. By selecting only certain sources, you can tell the AI, for this next question, only look at these 3 documents. This allows for incredibly focused analysis.
let's just pause here for a second, because this is the crucial point. Be intentional.
Don't just dump in everything you can find. Prioritize high-quality, relevant sources. Keep your notebooks thematically focused. Your biology notes probably don't belong with your business analysis. And always remember, 5 excellent sources will give you far better results than 30 random mediocre ones.
Of course, sometimes you're going to hit a snag. Don't worry, it's usually an easy fix. Let's look at a few common issues. For example, if a file won't upload, check the file size and make sure there are no special characters in the name. Scan PDF not working? It's likely image only, and you'll need to convert it first. I'd recommend pausing here or taking a screenshot. This is a great little cheat sheet to have handy.
Let's see how this all comes together. Meet Tom, a marketing professional. He creates a new notebook for a competitive analysis. He uses copy-paste for the competitor's website, uploads their PDF earnings report, adds a YouTube URL for their product demo, and pastes in his own meeting notes. This just brilliantly illustrates the power of combining these different source types to build a complete 360-degree view of a topic.
And just like that, you've done it. Your sources are loaded, organized, and ready to go. The foundation is solid, you've prepped the workspace for the real work to begin. In our next explainer, we'll show you how to start asking the right questions to unlock powerful insights from the materials you've just uploaded.